June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and while there's often a strong focus on men's physical health, their mental well-being is just as important.
That's right, and for this Monday motivation, our friend Jully Black is here, and she has brought the host of the Gents Talk podcast, Samir Mourani, with her to talk about breaking the stigma and what we can all do to help support the men in our lives.
Yes.
Welcome, you two.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Well, listen.
Morning.
We love you every Monday. You know, you've done so much work surrounding mental health in the community. What are some things that you're doing in your life to help support the men around you?
I say listen, learn, and take action. You know, this is really, the catalyst was my husband, being a Marine, but also losing his dad recently, and his mom, and all his siblings. So here I am, we're newlyweds, and I'm like, okay, how do I hold space for him? And what's really going on in there, right? And so we speak a lot, we're in therapy, but I wanted to call somebody. You know, that's one of the biggest things. Could you call somebody? Ask somebody, right? So.
Well, we've called up Samir to join us in this conversation. And I know as a partner, I know, and my husband, he's a first responder, and I know I don't give him enough space because our life is just so busy. The kids take priority over everything. And you showing up, like, I know I'm failing in that regard because we have to show up more for our partners so that they have a space and a voice.
Yeah, you know, what's interesting is you saying that you're failing to show up for your partner, but you also have a full life to live. And oftentimes men will dump everything onto their partner, expecting to be their confidant, friend, therapist, advisor. That's not real or sustainable. And so the reality is we need to have more men talking to other men about what they're going through so that they can actually unload those things, and then they're healthier and happier in the home.
And is that what you call kind of the silent weight that men carry around, that they want to be vulnerable, but they're hesitant?
Yeah, it's this fear that if you express emotions as a man, that somehow that'll take away from your masculinity. It'll make you less than. When in reality, if you express your emotions and work through them, you're not only emotionally resilient, but you're actually stronger and confident and happier.
And sexier. No, it's sexy.
I mean, it's so true.
It
We
is
love
sexy.
talking about emotions. Well, I do. I'm a Cancer.
But it's so true. But I just find when I do tap into Chris, just a little, you know, it's there and it's ready and it's coming. Do you find that with Valentine?
Right there. It's like ready. Yeah, on the brink.
Well, we're often waiting for permission because for so long we've been told that you don't talk about these things as men.
Yeah.
And we're waiting for that one opportunity for someone to say, hey, are you okay? And then when we respond with, I'm fine, if they probe just another second and they go, are you sure? It's like, okay, great. There's an opportunity for me to actually talk about something I've been holding in for so long.
Yeah.
It took a moment of someone expressing vulnerability to me, showing me and modeling to me what that looked like for me to finally go, oh, this is what talking about emotions looks like. And it was like that weight just lifted right off me.
Well, we talk about partnerships,
Yes.
right? And trying to navigate that. But what about friendships? Like, do you find men want to be vulnerable with their friends, but they're afraid that that might change the friendship?
Yeah, it's funny because I was in that position. I was the guy that was always afraid to talk about something, and then if someone also spoke to me about something, I didn't have the toolbox or the language to actually receive it. So I didn't know what to do with that information. And once that one individual shared that with me, and I realized, oh, okay, I want to do that more, I started to take notice of how other groups of friends I had, maybe some of them may not receive it so well, and so I was like, maybe I'm just not going to have this conversation here. But in reality, once you start breaking through and chip away at that wall, every single guy out there, no matter what type of position they put themselves in or what kind of facade they put on, they all want to talk about what they're going through because it's eating away at them.
Yeah. I want to say one quick thing, sorry, Samir,
No, please.
that with my male friends, what's really brought a circle together is grief, right? And so there's kind of, I have a club that we call Check on the Strong Ones. And because that's the whole thing. Oh, Jully's strong, or, Ansel's strong, Valentine's strong, but it's like that word strong, right? So there's a whole, I'm getting goosebumps, there's a group of us that have lost parents, and a lot of our men in the group as well. It's like, that was the catalyst to be like, and then how's your relationship? And then how's your health? And how's your digestion? And are you sleeping? We're talking about monitoring our sleep in the green room, right?
Yeah, it's a big thing. And, I lost my dad in March, so I'm very much aware of, grief and where it stands. And who cares for the caregiver, right?
That's it.
What about culturally? Because our culture also can shape the way we see and view vulnerability.
Yeah, it's you know, you can speak
Yes.
to this too. We were just chatting about it. I come from a Middle Eastern background. Men don't talk about these things. In fact, if you talk about them, they think there's something wrong with you.
That's right.
And so there's this, even my father, who was well-intentioned and showed love, never spoke about emotions
Yeah.
because he was always taught that he doesn't express those. I have a 7-week-old, a boy, and I'm very conscious of how I want to break that stereotype. I want to break that generational curse
That's
and
right.
talk to him and express love and show emotions, because I don't want some cultural stigma to be the reason why my son grows up in a world where he feels like he can't talk about anything.
That's right. Whether you deal with racism or dealing with, you know, financial pressure to be the protector, the provider. I know a lot of black men, you know, have gone through that. But now, to your point, breaking that generational curse, being the person to just ask the question, say how you're feeling, and say, it's, hey, guess what? Black men, you can cry, you can speak, you can emote, you can share. You're not weak, right? And all men, let's go. You come together in sport. You come together. You know, imagine if you just flip it. It's like, okay, just like how we're on one team cheering for Team Canada, let's cheer for Team Mental Health. Let's go. Men's mental health. We're always at the spa. We have Women's Month. We have Perimenopause Month. We have the Day of the Girl. Like, imagine all the things that have been provided for us audibly in society. Let's do it for the men.
Let's do it. Let's go. Samir, Jules, thank you, thank you.
You coming back?
I'm definitely coming
Let's
back.
go.
And we'll be right back.